If you're from Europe or the US, you probably know about the grocery store chain called Aldi. And if you've never heard of it, it's a store based in Germany that has a huge presence in the rest of Europe and Australia, and has recently been growing at a very fast pace in the United States. In this video, we're gonna talk about Aldi's history, its journey from Europe to the US, and what makes it different from the other grocery store giants in the US market. Keep watching! Before we get to Aldi's business model and expansion strategies, it makes sense to take a look at its history. The origin of Aldi dates back to 1913, when Anna Albrecht opened a grocery store in a small town called Essen in Germany. In 1948, after the conclusion of the Second World War, Anna's two sons named Theo and Karl took over the business and quickly started to expand it. Since this was in the time of a post-war economy in Germany, the brothers focused on offering just the basic necessities and low-priced groceries. They understood the need of the hour and took advantage of it, and by doing so, were able to build a strong and successful business. In a matter of just 10 years, the Albrecht brothers had grown their business from a single location in Essen to a full-fledged grocery store empire of over 300 stores. Then, in the 1960s, two major changes took place in the company. The first was that the company changed its name from Albrecht to Aldi, which is an acronym for Albrecht Discount. Take the first two letters of Albrecht and the first two letters of discount and you have Aldi. The other thing that happened was that the two brothers got into a dispute about whether they should sell cigarettes in the stores or not. As the story goes, Theo was of the opinion that they should sell cigarettes at the store, while Karl opposed this idea as he thought it would attract shoplifters. The two just couldn't reach common ground and eventually decided to part ways, which led to splitting the business into two: Aldi Nord, North Germany, and Aldi Süd, South Germany. By the way, fun fact, Aldi was so popular in Germany that the area that divides the Aldi Nord and Aldi Süd regions in Germany came to be known as the Aldi Equator. Now that we've covered Aldi's origin story and history in its home country of Germany, let's answer some interesting questions as to how it expanded in the US and whether it had to undertake any major changes to its operating style in order to be well received in the US market. Before we get to answering these questions, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy watching videos on topics like this and would like us to make more of it. Now back to our topic. Currently, Aldi has over 10,000 stores across 20 countries, but as far as it pertains to the US, these are all owned and operated by Aldi Süd. Aldi Süd opened its first US location in 1976 in Iowa and then steadily expanded throughout the Midwest and eastern part of the country. As of today, you'll find Aldi stores all across the eastern half of the US and in a few locations around Los Angeles. There are a total of almost 2,300 Aldi locations in the US. That's a huge number. So what has led to Aldi's massive expansion and success in the US? Let's delve into it. The broadest answer to this is that they've found some pretty innovative ways to keep prices low. We'll talk about some of the ways in which Aldi saves money that is either very uncommon or unheard of in the US market. Basically, there are three principles that Aldi swears by, which leads to keeping its costs low: low operating costs, high profit margins, and limited SKUs. One of the major reasons why Aldi is able to keep its prices low is by cutting down on its operating costs. They do this by deploying some rather unusual tactics. For example, Aldi believes in providing only the most essential customer services. Let's just put it this way: if you're looking for a very delightful customer experience, maybe keep Aldi out of your itinerary. Some of the things that customers are expected to do while shopping at Aldi are getting their own bag or paying a fee for a plastic or paper bag and bagging their own groceries. But the most inconvenient of all has to be that Aldi customers are required to temporarily pay to use a shopping cart. To be able to use a shopping cart, customers have to insert a quarter into a slot in the cart. When you're done shopping, you simply put the cart back into place to get the quarter back. While this practice is quite common in Germany and certain parts of Europe, it's very new in the US, and the average American customer likely finds this quite an inconvenience. But this helps Aldi save on employee costs, and they don't need to hire people or pay existing employees to stack shopping carts or bag groceries. Even the merchandise at Aldi stores is displayed in their original cardboard shipping boxes. This also saves a lot of employees' time, which would otherwise go into stacking shelves with individual products. All this cost saving that Aldi does is eventually passed on to its customers in the form of low prices. Another unique Aldi feature is that 90% of the stock inside of an Aldi store in the US comes from private label Aldi brands. That means Aldi saves on marketing and distribution costs, and it helps give them flexibility on pricing and profit margins. But if you ever visit an Aldi store, don't let the off-brand names give you the idea that these are in any way inferior in quality. Aldi has a reputation of going above and beyond to ensure their private label items are as good as their counterparts from big brands. They source high-quality ingredients, and their specialty items are imported from around the world. The next smart way in which Aldi keeps its costs low is by carrying limited SKUs in its stores. According to Aldi's website, it only offers a selection of 900 core products. This ensures that it has a faster turnaround of its inventory and less to warehouse. Customers won't find 7 different types of peanut butter in an Aldi store, which also helps them make choices faster. All of this just means that Aldi is able to pass down more cost savings to its customers. No wonder it's grown exponentially in the US market. Who doesn't love a good deal, right? But did Aldi also take any steps to be able to fit into the American market? The answer is yes, it did. The US has a pretty strong convenience culture, and Aldi knew that they'd have to tweak their strategy a little bit in order to expand into the US market. So Aldi decided that in the US, it would offer a click and collect service. And it also offers grocery delivery services in certain zip codes through its partnership with Instacart. Now let's talk about a very interesting fact. In a previous section, we talked about how Aldi Sud is the owner and operator of Aldi stores in the US, but that doesn't mean that Aldi Nord didn't want a piece of the American market. But because of a legal issue regarding naming rights, Aldi Nord was not allowed to call their American stores Aldi. So instead, Aldi Nord is the owner of a different chain in the US, and it's also very popular. Any guesses about what it might be? It's none other than Trader Joe's. Now, though it is owned by Aldi Nord, there's a huge difference between Aldi Nord in Germany and Trader Joe's in America. But let's leave that for another video. In this video, we're talking about the Aldi stores specifically. We just found this to be very interesting and wanted to share this fact with you. Were you already aware that Trader Joe is in fact owned by Aldi Nord? Let us know in the comments below. So what do you think about Aldi? Do you mind the limited brand options and having to pay to rent a shopping cart? Or do you think it's a minor inconvenience that can be overlooked if you're getting cheaper products in exchange? And if you're an avid Aldi shopper, let us know in the comments about what your favorite product is from all the Aldi private label brands. Whether this store is for you or not, there's one thing you can't deny. Aldi has built a business like no other. They've understood and struck with a business model that works very well in many countries around the world. They're a family-owned business and have expanded from a single location in post-war Germany into one of the biggest grocery store chains. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.